Do you remember? Do you remember when you were younger, going to the grocery store, and you saw that piece of candy that you just had to have? Or that toy, that book, or that outfit? And then do you remember mom saying, "Oh, we don't have money for that"? Dad saying, "Stop touching stuff, leave it alone"? Well, what if I told you that the same feeling of denial, the same feeling of rejection for something that we thought we were entitled to is still occurring today? But instead of Domino's or Doritos, you will be denied the right to die. This was the unfortunate circumstance for Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg of Manhattan, New York. You see, Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg were two vibrant, lively individuals. They were both dentists in New York. Well, one day, Mr. Greenberg started to lose his faculties, according to his wife. She said he just didn't seem as sharp. And so she took him to see his neurologist, at which point he was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. It was at this moment in time that Mr. Greenberg decided, based upon the conclusive evidence signifying a prognosis of Alzheimer's, that he needed to put it in stone, his wishes. And so Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg contacted their lawyer, sat down, and filled out the paperwork, also known as advanced directives, to ensure that Mr. Greenberg's wishes were carried forward. He did not want to be connected to IV lines. He did not want to be hooked up to mechanical ventilation, life support. He did not want to wear diapers or restraints. Mrs. Greenberg mentioned that he gave this a lot of thought. Mr. Greenberg stated that if he were to become terminally ill, unconscious, or significantly brain damaged, comfort measures were all that he wanted. So they made it clear, so they thought. No CPR, no mechanical ventilation, no tube feeds, no antibiotics. In 2016, Mr. Greenberg died. He died. And shortly thereafter, Mrs. Greenberg filed a lawsuit alleging that when Mr. Greenberg went unconscious, when he went unresponsive and near death, neither the hospital nor the attending physician implemented his advanced directive, implemented his desired wishes. The records later showed that Mr. Greenberg received antibiotics and that his life was prolonged by mechanical ventilation for a month and a half, during which the entirety of it all, he was unresponsive. Mrs. Greenberg said, "So what is the sense of having a living will if it's not honored?" Most of us know the term wrongful death, but most of us have not heard the term wrongful life, of which the courts are beginning to deem a compensable injury. You see, Mr. Greenberg never wanted to wear diapers. He never wanted to be in restraints. He never wanted to be moaning and groaning and in pain, and none of that. And Mrs. Greenberg surely didn't want this for her loved one. But you see, she says he tried. He tried to make a choice. He did make a choice. It was just unfortunate that his choices were not respected. And thus, she pursues the suit today to ensure, in hopes of ensuring, that this will be an isolated incident, one of which does not happen anymore.